Hey, what's new and exciting? It's Kevin O'Shaughnessy here to help you become a better guitar player. Sometimes we'll be looking into the mechanics of a particular technique. Other times we'll be looking into things like learning how to read music or maybe some basic music theory. You know, things that other guitar teachers tell you you don't need. Sometimes those are exactly the things you need to get you to the next level, and that's where I come in. Today we're going to delve into the technique of switching chords, and if that's been a problem for you, then this is the video for you. Before we get into that though, I want to let you know I've got a free PDF guide on how to sit with the guitar. If you've ever experienced back or neck pain, or your fret hand cramps up while you're playing, it could very well be that you've never been taught how to sit with the guitar properly. And if that's true, that's not your fault. Don't worry about it. A lot of people get this wrong. A lot of teachers get this wrong. And I've even seen it in method books incorrectly. So this guide will change the way you play. There's a link in the description below to the free PDF. So let's get into how to switch chords. And for this lesson, I'm just going to be using the simple C and G open chords that most people learn when they get started. So if you've been playing for a little while, you may already have a pretty good handle on switching chords. It might even sound something like this. Now, eagle-eyed viewers will notice what I did there. I was playing a simple eighth note pattern, and on the last eighth note, I lifted my fingers up and simply strummed the open strings. This usually doesn't sound bad, but there's a better way to do it. The effect we want to get is one where the chord is held out for the entire measure without these open strings ringing, like this. So in order to switch the chords cleanly like that, I developed a method called the lift, switch, drop method, or LSD for short. So this method takes the motion of switching chords and breaks it down into its separate elements, lifting the fingers off the strings, switching to the new orientation to get to the next chord, and then dropping the fingers on the strings. We practice this in time. I usually recommend doing it to a metronome, but as long as you can count to a steady beat, that works just as well. We'll start with the C chord, and the first thing is to simply strum the chord. That's beat 1. Beat 2 is lifting your fingers from the strings. Beat 3 is moving your fingers to the G chord position. Beat 4 is dropping them in place. Now you're ready to strum again. So if we do that in time, it looks like this. 1, lift, switch, drop. Lift, switch, drop. Lift, switch, drop. Lift, switch, drop. The next step in this process is to combine the lift and switch motions into one motion. So what we're going to do is we're going to strum for the first 2 beats of the measure, switch our fingers, then drop them, like this. Switch, drop. Switch, drop. Switch, drop. Switch, drop. Step 3, you probably guessed it, we're going to play for 3 whole beats and then switch drop on the 4th beat. Switch, 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 switch. And finally, we're going to take that entire switch and put it in between beats 4 and 1 of the next measure. Effectively, what we're doing is we're switching on the and of 4, like so. Now, when you add the eighth notes into the strumming pattern, you're going to be putting that entire switch between the and of 4 and the first beat of the next measure. You're going to be doing it on the 16th note, so it's almost like a 4 and a 1. And on that duh of the count, that's where you switch, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1. The beauty of this method is that it's musical, right? Even if you're on level 1 and you're only strumming on the first beat, you can play along with any song that changes chords once per measure. As your skill develops and you combine the motions, you can add more strums and take away the time needed to switch from chord to chord. So I hope that helps. Question of the day, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to switching chords? Leave me a comment below and it may become the subject of a future video. If you like what I do and you want to support the channel, liking and subscribing are always helpful. Just remember to turn on your notifications so you know when I release a new video. I'd also be really grateful if you took it a step further and picked up a copy of my album, Persistence of Vision. It's a hard rock record with Joe Satriani-like instrumentals, story-driven songs, and a lot of great riffs. It's everything that I love about rock and roll. The link is in the description below. And of course, remember to pick up your free guide on how to sit with the guitar. I promise it'll change the way you play. In the meantime, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.